year 2023. And before we start, I would like to one more time introduce to the speakers, to the debaters, the judges. We have Ms. Wu Liu-Qing, the CEO of the Canadian English Council. And secondly, we have Mr. Tim Welsh, our senior teacher. And last but not least, we have Ms. Ashley, the CC's academic manager. Please welcome our judges. Okay. And the second debate today with the topic of online education. And as you may know, with the advance of technology and the rapid growth of the internet, learning now is available on smartphones, tablets, computers, and so on. And we keep asking one question, that is, should schools make their classes online? And in a minute, we will hear and opinions from our debatees. And now I would like to welcome the two debatees for the second topic today. On my right hand side, please welcome the affirmative team. Can we have a round of applause to welcome them, please? Oh, I'm sorry for my mistake, my bad. Sorry, let me introduce again. On my left hand side, please welcome the affirmative team with the 4 candidates. Alright, and on my right hand side, please welcome our negative team. Can we have another round of applause to welcome both teams? Okay, and as you can see, we have an unequal number of candidates in both teams, but that's not an issue because our judges will be evaluating individually, which means that there is no winning team. Alright, so our judges will be evaluating each person, quality of arguments, their presentation style, and their ability to ask critical questions to their opponent. Okay, and now, as a reminder, I would like to remind you of the debate format and rules. So each of you will have a 4-minute speech in which you will present your argument, you will rebut the other side's point, and you will ask questions to the candidates, okay? And there will be a timer on the screen, for you to manage your speech. So sometimes just look back to see how much time left, okay? And when you want to ask questions, what are we going to do? Yes, you can see the bell. You ring the bell and I will give the microphone to you to ask questions. But remember to keep your questions short and simple. And don't take the time from your opponent, okay? It's not fair. Okay, and now I would like to start our second debate. And I would like to invite the first speaker from the affirmative team to open our debate today. Please welcome on the stage Vòng. Welcome. I'm sorry. I would like to invite to the stage Hazan from the affirmative team on the stage. Please welcome Hazan.
Good morning, teachers and friends. My name is Hazan. I'm from class Discover Team H16 in CC Applico. We are Team 2 from CC Applico. The topic is called Should Schools Make Their Online Classes? We are a main 15 believe that all schools make their online classes. Online learning is much cheaper than traditional learning. As reduce the cost of transportation, meals, and principal space. Furthermore, and materials are easy to find the internet. Creating a mascot event and emotionally friendly than learning experience. These online books are more friendly to environment than the real book that we use every day in school. For example, we have students in the countryside, the mountains in the area have to move online class, and the online class is more affordable and more better for them. They don't have to pay the transportation and don't have to pay more classroom area. And that is the end of my presentation today. And goodbye.
Right. Thank you, Hazan. You can ask the candidate today to present her argument. And from the opponent team, do you have any question for Hazan before we continue? All right.
In my opinion, I think that the internet is not always stable, like you said. So, how did you explain that the internet is easy to find, especially in the mountains?
Thank you for the question. I will answer it later.
Thank you for your question. Maybe she needs time to read more and do research before she can answer your question, and she will get back later. Okay? Thank you for your question. You may sit down. All right. Thank you, everyone. And now, as the very first speaker from the negative team, I would like to invite Linh Nhi. I'm sorry, Minh Chang from the negative team to open the case for her team.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Minh Chang from CEC Time City, and these are my partners, Linh Nhi and Quỳnh Chi. We are all from CEC Time City. We are debating the topic, should schools make their classes online? And recently, with the development of advanced technology, schools now are holding more and more classes online because they are convenient. However, we as today opposition strongly believe that schools shouldn't make their classes online. And in my opinion, there are two reasons. The first reason is some lessons can't be learned online. For example, if you want to learn PE, you need a big space to exercise. And when the teachers guide the students with the poses when they're doing exercise, the screen or the internet can prevent them from having the exact poses, so they can lead them to some health problems or even injuries. And you can't learn science if you don't have a laboratory and enough scientific equipment. When you're young, you can read from a book, but when you're older, you must have a laboratory, or you can have a laboratory. And in the traditional classes, they have enough space, so you can do both of that. What's more, they can communicate with friends and teachers, so they can learn more of each other and have fun. It's boring learning online because you have to learn alone in a room and watch through a screen. Some of you may have help from your parents. And my second reason that school should make classes online is because of the time management study schedule. Your lesson course have an exact schedule to learn, and if the schedule changes suddenly and we can't afford the time to learn it, then we have to quit the lesson course or the things you're doing so you can do the other. It's difficult to set a new time.
You're literally saying that we might be held back by these two activities, like PE and laboratory, but one must that hold us back from studying online with so many different courses to range from and choose.
I will answer your question later when I'm finished. And it's difficult to set a new time for all students to agree because when some agree, others don't. They are busy with other things. And some may go to makeup class. That's where you go so you can make up the time that you have lost. So you can keep up the lesson with your friends. And your lesson, can you repeat it again?
I said physical education and laboratory. Physical education and laboratory stuff are two things that you can only do on the school, and I understand that. But why must those two? Why only those two can hold us back from having such a range of online courses?
Because there are my examples, the two reasons that we should make classes online is just the examples, but there are more examples about the lessons that you can't learn online, but some can still learn online. Does anyone have a question more?
Alright, if no one has any more questions for Min Cha, you may sit down now. Thank you for your opening argument for your negative team. And now we are coming to the second speaking round in the debate of online education today. And Vòng, are you ready to take the floor? Okay, please welcome Vòng as the second speaker of our debate today from the affirmative team. And from the negative team, please listen carefully and ask questions.
Good morning, I'm Vòng, and today I'm going to discuss about the second argument of our team, which is that online classes can make it easy for students to attend for a few reasons. First, the flexibility of online classes means that students can join lectures and do assignments when it suits them, removing obstacles like travel problems or conflicting schedules that might stop them from attending regular classes. Also, online classes can be available from anywhere with an internet connection, so students don't have to travel to a campus. Plus, online classes often have recorded lectures and materials that can be accessed whenever, letting students go over things when they need to. For example, in the COVID-19 pandemic, many schools and universities turned to online classes to ensure the safety of students and teachers. Students attend online classes such as Zoom or Google Meet, do assignments and exams online, and participate in discussions through online forums. Teachers provide recorded lectures, interactive online activities for students to ask and answer questions. This helps students to continue their education while staying safe at home during the pandemic. Do you have any questions?
Okay. When you go to traditional classes, it may take you the transportation, but when you learn online, it may get some problems like the internet or the screen. There can be so much that you cannot suggest before.
About the internet, you can buy 3G network to use because now the 3G network is all around the world. And about the screen, we can ask people to help us to fix it.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you for listening. Goodbye. Okay.
So how can we do tests online without knowing the students are teaching?
Can you repeat, please?
How can we do tests online without the students cheating? Because learning online, we can just click on the plus icon in Google or Bing to search out the answer of the question.
The teachers will coordinate with the parents, so we'll see if the students are cheating or not.
So online classes were learning at home and their parents at home. But what if the parents are not in that way? The parents can take the answers for the students because the parents always want students to have a higher score to enter the next grade.
I'll answer you later.
Okay, thank you. Banan, you may sit down now. And thank you for your arguments that you have presented, and thank you for your answer. Don't forget to answer your opponent's question later, okay? Alright, and now let me invite to the stage the second speaker from the negative team. We have Linh Nhi, please go on the stage.
Good morning, teachers. Today, I'd like to talk about a big problem. It's about online classes. First of all, as you all know, we all have been through an online classes because of the COVID-19. And teachers and students can get less interaction and communication. That makes students have less learning productivity, and their parents would want them to have a higher score. Since students and teachers have to communicate like through a screen, they have to wait for each other to talk to each other. So the students can get bored and distracted by some food outside because the teachers can't control them. They are under a family medical practice, so the teachers can't do anything but told the student to stop. But if that student didn't stop, the teacher also like his words or her word are like useless. So we think that traditional classes are better when the teacher can control his or her students. Secondly, learning online can be really bad for your health. Like sitting in front of the screen all time can make your eye tired and dry too. So after a long time of learning online classes, I have to wear glasses and I don't like it. Moreover, if you sit in the wrong pose for too long, you will get a backache. Lastly, students can cheat during the test. Like, okay, the camera can show down, but the student can take their cheating paper to the like beside the test so that the camera can show what the student if the student is cheating or not, and if the teacher is not highly trained, that will give the students a higher chance to cheat. So we think that students should learn online classes and schools should not open online classes for students. Does anyone have a question?
Alright, so you are saying that teachers can't really do anything, but are also saying parents want their kids to do the best and do well. And the students can cheat, you say, but what about all the supervision tactics we've developed over the years?
Not all, like, okay, the camera is good, but not all the student can afford another camera to show if that student is cheating or not.
Maybe, but what about cheaper tactics like screen sharing?
Can you talk slower?
I said you can share your screen on a Zoom meeting like any other meeting. You can share your screen and the teacher can see if you're cheating or not.
But also, parents will also help their children to get better grades, and the students can't and the teachers can't really know if the parents is there because the parents can be sitting behind your device.
But parents don't really need to be there because just a click of a button you can screen share nowadays.
But usually parents would help their children to earn higher grades.
Thank you. And any more questions from the affirmative team for her? No? Okay. And you may sit down now, Ling Yi. Thank you for your presentation. You've done a good job. Okay. And now, it's the third speaking round in our debate. And I would like to call on Han Ling from the affirmative team on the stage. Please welcome Han Ling, everyone. You ready? You want your note?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, I'm the third speaker from the affirmative team, and I will be talking about why schools should make their classes online. In recent years, online education has emerged as a popular alternative to traditional classroom-based learning. One of the key advantages of online learning is its flexibility, which allows students to attend classes at a location of their choice. This is particularly beneficial for those who want to pursue higher education but cannot attend regular classes due to other commitments such as work and family responsibilities. Additionally, schools' online education also enables schools to reach out to a much wider network of the students without being restricted by geographical boundaries. This means that students from other parts of the countries can attend the same course and benefit from the same expertise of the same instructor. Moving on to my second point, online lectures can be recorded, archived, and shared for future reference. This accessibility is a game changer for individuals who want to learn, but they also have other work. So that means that when they can access to the recorded lecture, they can balance their education and work at the same time. This accessibility not only benefits the students but also provides a valuable tool for educators to enhance the learning experience. Thus, online learning offers students a more flexible way to access knowledge and making it easier for them to pursue higher education. And for instance, when you need to work so you can earn money on your daily needs, but you also want to learn so you can get better jobs in the future, online learning can help you do that. So you can balance both things without having to sacrifice one for another. So to sum it up, online learning offers students a more flexible way to access knowledge and help them to make it easier for them to pursue higher education.
Do you have any questions?
You said that you have to learn online classes to do other housework. But if you do housework, how do you pay attention to what the teacher is saying?
I meant that by learning online lessons, you can save more time and do other commitments.
But I usually see that online classes take the same time as traditional classes. How can you explain that?
Nowadays, traffic jams are getting really bad, so by learning online lessons, it's way more convenient than having to go somewhere else and waste time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you.
Okay, if you don't have any more questions, you may sit down now, Khánh Linh. Thank you for your presentation and your answer. And now, the third speaker from the negative team, I would like to invite on the stage Quỳnh Chi.
So my name is Quỳnh Chi, and I'll talk about the interaction between teachers and students. I'd like to add mine about position. So if you sit in the same position every day, the same hours, it'll be a huge problem. So, look like if we're learning online, we're sitting like 6 hours a day in a chair, doing homework and doing assignments, sticking our things and taking notes, looking always at the screen, it will be not good. Our eyes will be sore and your back will be pain. So there's another point I would like to talk about, that studying online may lead teachers to be unemployed. The teachers with more experience will have a smaller chance of being chosen more than the young teachers that have used technology. Because now they learn online classes instead of traditional classes. That means if the young teacher had more experience in technology, they'll choose them, except from the old teachers that have experience on traditional classes. To sum up, we support the idea that traditional classes are better than online classes. First, the students can suffer from health problems. Secondly, online learning will reduce productivity, like we're doing a project and we're doing like glue, sticking everything together, talking happily with friends, but now we're doing online. We can't reach out to the computer and do stickies alone. And thirdly, online classes doesn't provide enough condition for some specific subjects, like chances said, like PE and other science. Last but not least is the inflexibility in schedule for students. So today you change the schedule and somebody doesn't know and get in the wrong class. That's all for our debate today. Thank you for listening.
Right, and any questions from the affirmative team for the last speaker from your opponent team?
You said that we cannot talk together, but in the application of the online classes, we have the chat box. In the free time, we can just talk and we can send messages to each other. It's just almost like talking.
How about we're going in traditional classes? We can meet each other, taking out of screen time to avoid our eyes from soaring. And we have two kind of active things in this one, and it's whole bag.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for your answer, Queen Chi. And now we are getting nearly to the end of our second debate this morning. And as the last speaker of the debate today, I would like to invite on the stage Thanh An to present his argument and close the case for his team. Please welcome Thanh An, everyone.
Hello, dear judges, audience, and challenging opposition. My name is Thanh An, the last and final speaker of the affirmative team. I'd like to finally explain to you why me and my team believe this motion shall stand. Online learning has transformed the way education is delivered, providing students with flexible and personalized learning experience with the ability to access materials at their own pace. Students can work through lessons at a speed that suits their individual learning styles. This self-learning approach allows visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learners to engage with a range of resources such as videos, podcasts, and interactive activities that cater to their specific needs. Visual learners can also benefit from watching instructional videos that demonstrate concepts of processes in a clear and concise manner, something that aesthetic learners cannot do. This personalized approach fosters a deeper level of comprehension for the student and retention of knowledge, as students are able to work through concepts at their own pace and revisit topics online if they don't really understand it if needed. It also allows students to take ownership of their learning, as they are able to identify areas where they need additional support and seek out resources that cater to their specific needs. In addition to these benefits for individual learners, online learning also promotes global connectivity. By allowing students to collaborate with peers from around the world, this exposure to different cultures and perspectives enriches their educational experience and provides opportunities for cross-cultural learning. Teachers, as you said, can also deliver lessons more efficiently by integrating multimedia resources into their teaching practices. This approach makes learning engaging and interactive, as students are able to interact with a variety of resources that cater to their individual learning styles. It also allows teachers to provide feedback in real time, as they are able to monitor student progress and provide targeted support if needed. Overall, online learning offers a flexible, personalized education platform that caters to different learning styles while promoting global connectivity and efficient teaching practices. As technology continues to advance, online learning has the potential to further enhance and transform the educational landscape by providing students with the tools and resources they need to succeed in a rapidly changing world. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
And so traditional classes, like in school, uses videos and postcards just like your online classes to teach. And plus, if you don't understand the question, you can just raise your hands instead of pushing or clicking a whole bunch of buttons just to ask a single question.
Maybe, but sometimes your teacher also doesn't know the answer because she might not be qualified. He or she might not be qualified enough to answer those questions. But Google always finds a way to answer those questions.
So let's take an easy example here. Like in my school, they used the Cambridge book, but it didn't much. And if you don't bring the book home, you can't do it because in Google, they show a whole lot different information than in your book because your book it did it in a Vietnamese education.
Maybe, but with the way the technology is rapidly getting better, we will reach a time where that process becomes much easier. And I think it's better to integrate it now or never.
So we can. So it's not now, right? So we can still use traditional classes now because they're so better.
No, because if it's too late, we might fall into the depths of traditional learning, and once technology advances too much, we might not be able to have the chance again.
So we still have a subject that is called ICT that uses computer for you to interact the technology. So it still uses technology, not in the traditional classes that use assignments to do tests.
Yes, but what about all the other classes where you can get a much wider range of information other than the stuff that you're learning at school?
So what are you learning that information for? Because in the test, they only ask the information that the teachers only teach.
Yes, but the test isn't everything. You need those information to succeed in life, especially when the era of robot and technology arrives.
So it's still the ICT.
Yes, but it's basically better.
You can see that in our debate today there is no right or wrong answer and it will go on forever. Alright? Okay, thank you Thành An and also Quỳnh Chi for your questions and answer. And we come to the end of our second debate today on the topic of online education. We've heard different arguments from our debater. Yeah? And do you have any questions? So there are some answers that haven't been, there's some questions that haven't been answered. And now we would like to listen to the answer from the people who has been asked. So, do you remember your question that you need to answer? Okay, can you now repeat the question for your opponent, please?
So my question is, how can we do tests online with the students teaching, without the students cheating in?
And the teammate can also help her to answer the question.
The parents the camera could see if they are cheating or not, and
Alright, so what about all the supervision tactics we've developed over the years? We have developed so much supervision tactics, like an extra camera, screen sharing, and it's not even that hard. Even first graders could understand it. It's literally 2 buttons to click.
What about so screen sharing? Okay, you can screen share the test we're doing. What about the parents? Like, I'll take an example that you're sitting here, your parents sitting behind you, you're still screen sharing, and your parents start talking about the answers. And the teacher didn't even know because you don't turn on the mic.
Mic? Yeah, you turn off the mic, but what about the camera? The camera must always be on the test. You can clearly see the parent at the back.
The parents is on the side, and if you turn it all on your face, you can't see your parents beside. And if you turn the angle, you can see beside the right of you. So that's the one.
Yeah, and why are you even turning off the mic during a test?
If you turn on the mic on the test online, it would be like a whole Zoom.
But it's not even loud. Everyone's already focusing on their test. Why not even speak?
How?
Because they can write on the paper. They're calculating. They're not calculating by speaking out loud.
I'm calculating speaking out loud.
And you're not calculating because you're just speaking.
Yeah, and?
That's not even calculating in the slightest sense.
But what about the things like your mother is cooking out in the kitchen and there isn't a door that fit in there to close for the smell and the sound to go into your room. And there is still the sound in your room, and if you turn the mic, the other students can't participate in the test.
So, everyone can be into breakout rooms, and everyone will have like a supervisor, and they can all see it.
Who is the supervisor?
Teachers!
Teachers, there's only one teacher. In the whole class, there's only one teacher.
Well, all the other teachers.
The other teachers are doing the test of the other class.
No, because there are multiple teachers ready to do anything when they're ready to.
In the online classes, the teachers take class every day at every school, and the number of teachers is not increasing because they can take many lessons a day, and that's all.
But that's their job.
Everyone, calm down. It will go on and on if you are talking like that. Yeah, everyone has a point, about cheating in online classes. But I personally think no parents want their child or want their children to be cheating at school. So that I don't think they will tell their children the answer to do the test. That's what I think. Okay, any more questions?
In my opinion, my second grade test, my mom and dad tried to help me by sitting behind the computer, and they can't see, and they kept whispering the answers so the teachers can't see them or can't hear them because the teachers all tell us to our mics.
Your mom.
You're very honest to tell your story, but that's your parents. I don't think all parents would do that. Do you think so? Okay, and from the judges, do you have any questions?
I think school has rules and lots of online classes in the world, so they will have rules. So don't think lots about the cheating here. But all of you guys today is so great. That's debate. All of you guys winner today. I am so proud of you guys. Thank you so much for coming here to second ambassador debate style. Thank you so much. And